that series, that's a very good series when the top person doesn't have a gi on, right? So there's a lot of different attacks you can do without the gi, but when they have the gi on, the simplest attacks are actually the collar chokes from the guard. And the reason they're so good and so effective is because I don't have to uncross my legs to finish them, right? So what I do is I reach one hand as deep as I can into the back of the gi. There's a tag back here. I'm reaching for the tag. I want to grab right and hold that tag. Now my left hand is going to go under to the opposite lapel and reach as deep as it can. So basically I'm touching my fingertips together, and then I'm gripping, and then I'm going to pull everything in like this. We call this a cross choke. I go opposite lapel, fingertips touch, I make a grip, okay? And now I'm rolling my wrists so that my palms are going to face my head, all right? My palms come up towards my head. And what happens when I do that is that the inside blades of my wrists make good contact with the carotid arteries, right? So we go one, deep grip, this hand goes under the first hand, not over, under, and also palm up. Fingertips touch, I grip, and then I'm basically just pulling his head down. I'm not going to squeeze right now, but I'm pulling his head down to my chest like this, and I'm also rotating this way, so my palms are turning to face my chest, okay? Now, when I do that, I reach into the collar. Someone that knows a little bit of jiu-jitsu will often block the bicep here, boom. Because if he blocks my second hand, I can never choke him out, right? So it's not the only defense, but it's a very, very common one. If he does do this, I'm gonna grab a hold of the seam below his elbow here, right? And so that way, once I have this seam, it's very difficult for him to take his arm away from me. See that? You can take your hand away, but your elbow is mine now, right? Your elbow is still pulled forward. What he can do from here, and what some people will try to do is, with their left hand, dive it through my legs, this way, yeah, break open the guard, and then throw my leg to the side to pass the guard. Very common, called a stack pass. There's a lot of names for it, but when I have these grips, and I feel him start to reach through my legs, anytime someone reaches through your legs, and they have one arm forward and one arm back, then the triangle choke is what I'm gonna go for, okay? So for that, I step on the hip, one. I'm gonna bite his neck with the bend of my knee, two. Biting the neck, clamping the neck, here. And at the same time that I clamp the neck, I'm letting go of this collar and grabbing his wrist so that I can pull his arm across with both hands. See that? I don't want his arm on this side, where his neck is open right here. I want to pull the arm all the way across like this, where his shoulder contacts his neck on this side, and my clamp from the bend of my leg contacts the neck on this side, 1 and 2. And then I just grab the shin, and I lock it. Okay, so my outside leg locks over my ankle this way, okay? Now, if you have trouble making this lock up, sometimes we're gonna feel like our legs are really short and we can't quite get a good bite of the neck. Step on the hip and just make a little side angle here. So basically, I'm making myself perpendicular so that I can almost look into his ear. That's kind of the angle I want. 1, 2, 3, okay? And now to finish the choke, 2 hands on the head, I pull down, and if I need to, I can also lift my hips up and squeeze my knees together, okay? So here, first thing, hand in the collar, okay? If he blocks, then I have to hold the elbow. If he doesn't block, if he does something else, then this would be my first option, okay? But if he blocks, most people block, I go here, hold the seam. And then if he dives that hand through, all the way through, right? Yeah, here, I can't just stay here. The longer I stay here, he's gonna open eventually, and now it's gonna be too late for the triangle. So I have to go, as soon as I even feel the hand diving through, honestly, even before this step, when my guard is locked, go back here, and he starts to go through, I already know the triangle's gonna be there. So I step on the hip, bite the neck, drag the arm, and I did a little step on his hip to pivot myself, okay? And sometimes you can just lock the triangle here and hold the head, or sometimes you'll actually grab your shin like this on this side of his head, okay? And then from there, lock it up. Cool? It looks like an arm bar, it's not. It's a choke on his neck, so make sure you hold the head, not the arm. Hold the head. Sorry, I'm dying right now. All right, but that's the idea. You wanna try? Okay. So here, his hand goes into my collar, so right away I block. If I dive through, he steps,
bites, and then drags. Yeah, both hands drag. Grab the shin or the foot. Yeah, hug the head. Two hands. Beautiful.
Yeah. So the actual finish, show the leg position for the finish. Under, like that. Not too much over the foot, not over this part, but I want to keep my toes flexed back, and I want my leg to go over my hands down. See that? Yeah. Make sense? Go ahead. Under the knee. That's it. Cool.